Hey, how's it going, everybody? Hope you got some snacks. Get you some Capri Suns, granola bars, a Pop-Tart. I don't know what everybody eats for snacks. That's just me.
Just you. But we're sliding into Waifu Part 2. And we want to slide in to these waifus.
Yeah, if you're just not seeing this, check out Part 1 before you check this part out. This is gonna get juicy.
It's gonna get real juicy.
And throbbing.
And we're kicking off this right now.
I'm already half-mast. What?
Oh, you too?
Yeah!
So, kicking off with Genre 5.
No, you kick this one. I kicked off the last one. You kick off this.
Okay. So
Brandon's number 5 waifu. We're in the deep end now. And I'm about to lose the canoe.
Don't lose the canoe here. Akiza Akatsuki from Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds.
Wait, hold on.
Hmm?
I did expect someone from Yu-Gi-Oh! But not that one.
Yeah. So, when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh! Right? Yeah. And you know me. I love Yu-Gi-Oh! I've loved it ever since a kid. I loved it more than Pokemon growing up. So, with that, watching the first 2 animes, nobody in those... Well, one in GX caught me, but not as much as Akiza has in 5Ds. Because 5Ds was one of the more mature-esque Yu-Gi-Oh! Series that we got.
Yeah.
And Akiza herself is kind of similar, but not similar to Sakura from your Part 1 list. Mm-hmm. Where she's a more tragic...
Not from Naruto, by the way.
No. Fate.
Sakuramoto.
Akiza is more of a tragic character because as a kid, she was born with psychic powers in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Universe. So when she would...
I did watch a decent chunk of 5D, so I know who you're talking about. That's
so
the deal.
When she plays cards, she can damage her opponents and hurt them physically. And as a kid, she couldn't control that. So as growing up...
So as a kid, she just plays like Uno, and when you throw down the reverse card, your inside's becoming your outside.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah, all right.
We need an Uno anime.
That'd be awesome. But yeah, so troubled childhood growing up, parents sent her away because they couldn't handle it. They didn't know what to do with this kid.
It's kind of hard to do with a kid that can read minds.
Yeah. It's like, well, they don't know this kid. Let's send her away. So they send her away where she was bullied for her powers, hated having them.
You know, in my defense, you don't bully the person with superpowers.
You don't.
And you know what happens? It ends bad 100% of the time.
And this did end bad with her ending up hurting one of her fellow classmates.
Probably had it coming.
Did have it coming.
Have you ever seen the show Elfen Lied?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, you know the thing about the dog?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that!
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I'm sorry for anyone that I just traumatized remembering that scene. I'm sorry, alright? But I could do worse. For the one show that we can't talk about with the worst thing to ever happen to a child.
Exactly. So yeah, with that in mind, after that incident, she leaves the school, goes back home, finds out her parents are trying to get rid of her even still, and runs into the wrong situation at the wrong time, makes the wrong assessment, and then leaves and gets swallowed up by a cult in this world.
Wait, hold on. When did 5Ds have a cult? I didn't make it that far.
It was in the Fortune Cup arc that you find about Arcadia. The cult that kidnaps...
I did make it that far, though.
Yeah. They kidnap people with... duelists with special psychic abilities and use them for their own greedy purposes.
Sheesh, I thought driving while dueling was dangerous. Now we got cults. Damn, I should probably watch 5Ds now.
It's a really good watch. It really is.
But we're not here about that. We're about for her.
Yeah. So as you learn more about her, more about how she's being manipulated, and how she just wants to have a friend. Just wants a friend. Somebody to understand her as a person instead of just using her for her powers or trying to get rid of her.
And she thought looking for that in a cult was a good idea.
When you're at your rope's end and you have nowhere else to turn, and with a very charismatic leader.
Granted, I know a lot about cults as I've been in your ear
before. You have.
I'm not sorry for that.
And
I get it.
Yeah, and this man was a very smooth talker. And very,
are we talking Jim Jones?
Yeah. Yeah,
makes sense.
So he was able to brainwash her essentially to come and join the cult. And you find out more about Akiza during the Fortune Cup arc when she's in her duel with the main character Yusei in that duel. Where literally half the stadium is destroyed by the end of that duel. And you watch this character who is built up to be this danger force and just this unknown.
To being a puppy.
To being a broken puppy at the end of the duel. And right before you can save the puppy, they're taken away.
I was supposed to get hit by a car.
No. Why get by a car?
It goes with the show.
You know what? That's not even. Yeah. I can't even say anything.
I watched enough. I still don't get the appeal behind that, but I've seen enough.
I mean, I didn't either until I watched more of it. It was actually pretty interesting. Better than what they do in later series. But just being a character who, after she's unbroken, after she's finally out of her shell more, this is a very fun, bright, come to life character. She's more bright, more happy, and just want to keep that smile, keep that happiness in her. It's great. I want to do that. So just all the layers she has going for her, and the trauma that's still there from the past, and trying to work through that is something I would love to do for her. And she's just an all-around fun character. One of the best female characters in Yu-Gi-Oh, in my personal opinion, who gets thrown to the wayside toward the end.
I'm guessing very quickly.
Right after the Dark Signer arc, she gets put in the back lane a lot. But her, which is a contrast to her manga version, which is actually more up front in the front, which has a completely different... It's almost a completely different character almost. We're not going in there. But yeah, just overall, eventually a strong-willed character who goes through a lot of trauma. It just comes out better on the end. And her design's great. She's a beautiful-looking character. So, that's my number 5.
Well, that was a lot of introspective. Alright. I guess we're going to get into it then.
Okay.
My number 5, Nico Robin from One Piece.
Okay.
And, oh boy, do I got a lot to say on that. Believe it or not, originally I hated her.
Okay.
Originally I did not like her.
Right.
But she went from being... Now I'm about to sum up about 300 or 400 episodes of One Piece in a very short span of time, so bear with me!
Okay.
Alright, cliff notes. She was part of Baroque Works in a very early arc called the Alabasta arc. She was Miss Monday. So kind of a bandit working for Crocodile. I know none of these names mean anything to you. You don't watch One Piece. Just bear with me.
I'm bearing with you. I'm bearing with you here.
Bad pirate. There's good pirates and bad pirates.
Okay, yeah, obviously.
So she originally didn't really do a lot. She didn't really like working for him because she's interested in old world knowledge. That's her whole thing. So she wants to know the knowledge of the old world. That's why they're trying to find these prisms. There's 7 prisms that detail like ultimate weapons hidden throughout the world made by an ancient civilization. I'm kind of paraphrasing that, but that's more or less where her arc is. So, and she's also a very tragic character, much like all One Piece characters are. I've told you about the whole spiel that they do sometimes. Yeah. So, with the tragedy behind that, well, I'll get to the tragedy in a minute, because it kind of bleeds into an arc that goes on later. So she becomes part of the Straw Hat crew by just showing up on the boat saying, "Sup." Not even joking, that's how it happened. Just shows up, Crocodile gets taken out, blah blah blah. She's part of the crew now.
Right.
As an archaeologist.
Right.
Excuse me. Oh, she also has a devil fruit power. That is mildly disturbing, but she's earned it. She's earned my love.
Okay.
And her devil fruit power is called the flower fruit.
Of course.
No, it's not. It's not what you think it is.
It's not the ability to summon flowers and then use flowers like that. Okay, what is
Well, I mean, in a way, yes, but also no.
Okay.
She can duplicate and make her body grow anywhere. Like, body parts. Like, say, she could put 70 guys in a fucking headlock with her own arms, but making her arms come out of their body and wrap around their throat. And she's even evolved that ability where she can actually fly and make herself a giant woman. Shut up, that has nothing to do with the fetish, I promise. She's in the top 5 for a reason.
She's in the top 5 more than just the fetish.
Yes, but that was after the time skip where she can gain that kind of ability. Now, before we even get there, tragic backstory time. Her entire culture, people, were destroyed by the Navy. More or less the Army, aka bad guys.
In the Navy.
Yeah, trust me, it sucks. Anyway, gets destroyed. She's the only survivor left. That's it. She's the last one that knows about this shit. And she's the only one she's one of the few people in the world that could translate the prism's language, because her entire island where she grew up, they could all do it. She was the last one. The Navy didn't want them having that knowledge of the weapons because, pirates could get them, etc., etc. Which, considering what happens in One Piece, I don't think the fucking warlords need weapons. They literally have whole ass armies.
Fair enough.
And I'm not even gonna talk about the fucking 4 emperors. There's the warlords, and then there's the emperors. There's only 4 of them.
Right.
And 3 of them we only see. Well, the 4th one's kind of a prick, but I don't want to get to that. Anyway. It's Blackbeard.
Fair enough.
And he's not the cool kind of Blackbeard you think. I have misconceptions about that. But anyway, back to Robin. So, after that, the Navy comes and finds out that she's still alive after Crocodile was defeated. Entering into the Water 7 arc, where she is taken by the Navy and presumably getting executed because of existing. And it was an arc that basically explored her characters, refined about her clan, what her abilities are, and why the Navy wants her so bad. Well, dead to be more precise. But instead of just shooting her in the back of the head like any normal type of situation should be, they got to drag it out for 50 fucking episodes.
Of course.
50 plus action now I think about it.
Of course, yeah.
But there's other stuff that happens in the background, not just with her.
Of course.
But she goes willingly because she believes her existence is a curse, because the truth of the matter is she still believed that it was her fault that the Buster Call happened on her island, which is what they call when they completely wipe an island off the face of the earth.
Okay.
So the island does not exist anymore, neither does her clan.
It's like a crater in the world.
No, it's just where water is.
There's just water now.
Yeah. It's just a hole somewhere in the ocean. So, but that whole arc showed the depth of emotion that she has, which... One powerful scene I will play constantly in my head sometimes is that Luffy and the Straw Crew literally go to war with the Navy to get her back. Everybody's like, why are you going to war with the Navy? Are you stupid? That's my friend. We're going to go get her and bring her home. End of discussion.
I think I've seen this scene.
Yeah, but they're standing on a building and shit. It's really cool and cinematic. I know I'm getting giddy because it's bringing out the kid in me.
Right, yeah.
So, and Luffy asks her, Robin, do you want to live? And the Navy's just trying to attack him, knock him off, blow him up and shit. Out of nowhere, I want to live.
Yeah, I've seen that particular scene. Yeah. Yes.
And then all of a sudden it goes from I'll willingly go die to fuck this, I'm out. I don't want to die anymore.
I want to be my friends.
And the most hated man in my book is fucking Spandam, purple-haired prick that was dragging her around, kicking her in the head and shit, trying to be, I want to be a hero for bringing you in. I still don't see how he's alive even after the time skip, considering Robin quite literally snapped his fucking spine in half.
That's pretty vicious.
Literally.
That's painful.
I even argue with Marty on how the hell is he alive. Keep in mind, this is a shonen show. It's got some dark fucking tones in it. Believe it or not, the Straw Hats have never killed not one person. Even a guy that uses 3 goddamn swords has never killed anybody.
That's impressive.
No, it's stupid. He fought a giraffe. In that same arc I'm talking about.
I need to watch One Piece.
I've been telling you that for years. It's weird, but it's fun weird. Like watching Fairy Tail for me is fun weird. That's why I don't mind Fairy Tail.
Yeah.
But yes, tragic story for her on that end. She does eventually come back. I just spoiled that whole fucking ending of the arc for you.
By the time I get there, I'll probably forget.
By the time you get there, you probably will. And here's the funny thing. That is the highest range of emotions that Robin will ever show in that show again. Because she never shows anything aside mild contempt, and that's it. Anything that happens after that arc is purely just her glaring angrily or just smiling. She shows no more emotion than that to this day. But she is great. She's intelligent, beautiful. Even after her, even when the time skip happened, she got more gore just because she joined the Revolutionary Army. So she's a revolutionary. Freedom
fighters. Freedom.
So yeah, I vibe heavy with Nico Robin, and that is why she sits firmly as the queen at top 5.
To be fair, if I knew more about One Piece, I would.
I feel like if you knew more about One Piece, your waifu list would drastically change.
I probably would have had Nico on this list. Not even gonna lie, because I have seen her design a lot, and I love her design.
Yeah.
Okay, that good.
I'm good.
Awesome.
I'm winded now.
Number
4.
Number 4. Let's take a drink first, and let you get supped.
You're the one talking, not me.
Number 4. You could go. Persona 4. There you go.
Well.
You thought it was gonna be Naruto.
No.
Originally you did.
No.
Regardless, so you could go. Persona 4. Again, I've told you my love of Persona 4. It's the one game as a kid I had, and I played a lot of it. Because again, as a kid, you don't have money to get
everything
games.
You want.
Exactly. So I played the shit out of that game. And when I first, and this is before I knew about waifus in general. I didn't know what a waifu was before.
I didn't know
after that.
I didn't know anime terms till high school.
Yeah, so that term waifu didn't exist when I found Yukiko.
Yeah.
But just playing through the story, playing through her social link, and learning more about her as a character. And you're right, in your review that you did for Persona 4, at the start, she does seem very boring and bland. Mm-hmm. But as you go on and as you get to know her and why she's acting that way, it builds her up to be better than that. Better than some of her parts.
Yeah.
So,
which I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah. So at the start, when you meet her, yeah, she's down and depressed because she has all this perceived responsibility that she has put on herself that nobody else has put onto her. She just feels that it's this way. But then as you go along and you help her.
Howdy. Oh my god, puppies.
Like an actual sticker or something?
I don't know. I think it's a t-shirt. I think it's a t-shirt. It's a pocket t-shirt with a look like a puppy.
It's adorable. He's
That's
cute.
Awesome.
Kind of cute.
Yeah.
It's adorable. You take your little puppy with you when you go around.
Looks like it looks like a real puppy. You know?
It really does. It's like you're a fucking kangaroo. Back into it. Okay, so, but yeah.
Yeah.
As you do get to know her, you help her through it. You help her uncover that. Yeah, I've put this on myself, not anybody else, and that you can work through this. And then she eventually comes to that term that, okay, yeah, I want to do this. I want to run this in. I want to take this over because I love it here. I love this. But you have to work through that.
Yeah.
And just over the course of the game, just anytime I would talk to her, I would be happy. And again, Naruto would have been in the spot had I had that relation with her, but you don't get to know her until the end of the game.
Yeah.
So I've had more time with her to experience and just delve as much as I could into this character and try to tear this apart as much as I could. And just overall, and the laugh doesn't bother me. Like, I get it. You know me, I'm a giggly bitch. I'll laugh just about anything most of the time.
Yeah.
And you get me going good enough, I want to keep going for...
No,
until I can't breathe.
No, you keep going good. If you eventually just stop breathing, you just make it the motion that you're laughing.
So, yeah. And...
Or you deflate.
Or that, yeah. So, when she laughs, I laugh. Like, I can't help but not laugh.
I know you do. It happens every time in the fucking videos.
Exactly. If you watch closely enough, you'll see that.
If you listen back to any of the fucking Persona videos when Yukiko laughs, Brandon does almost on cue laugh with her.
It's just embedded in my brain at this point. And just for that alone, I could not put her any lower than 4.
So you would say that your number 4 just radiates pure joy for you?
Exactly, yeah. Just, I cannot be in her presence and not be happy. I'm just happy. So, that's my 4, yeah.
I mean, if you want to keep going, you sound like you have more to say.
I think if I keep going, I'm going to keep working myself back into the same kind of rhythm again. Keep repeating myself over and over again.
We're going through this at a pace now.
Exactly. But, again, I'll have a lot more to talk about going forward, but...
Alright,
go ahead.
This big ones. We're in rowdy number 3. Now, as I've said, my top 3 has never changed.
What was Nico? 5?
Huh?
Nico was 5 for you.
Yeah.
You got to year 4.
Oh, right. I thought we were talking.
Because I started at first.
Oh, yeah.
So you got to go to 4.
Oh, my bad.
you almost.
Bobby!
You got too far ahead.
I got ahead of myself a little bit.
A little bit. Okay.
Well, like I said, I wrote number 4. It's easy. Easiest one of all.
Hmm?
Lady from Devil May Cry
Okay.
is my number 4.
All right.
Now, granted, I didn't give 2 shits about her much because when she was kind of introduced in 3, it was more of a bullet to the brain kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, okay. But as you know, because you play the same games I have pretty much.
Yes.
That as that story goes along, this asshole that shoots you in the head transitions to friend.
Yes.
And hopefully cinema and lover like quality. So she tries to kill you again later with a rocket launcher. But that's besides the point.
That's how you show true love that way.
Yeah. Now I enjoy her character for what it is. Yes. Once again, going back to the whole tragic story thing.
But you love a good tragic story though.
I listen. If we ever do a fucking villain list, even my top 10s will take a minute to go through. I'm just saying, I love me a good villain arc, but I also love a good tragic story too.
Good,
but not too tragic.
Yeah,
give me some levity here.
Yeah, don't go too deep with it, because you can go too deep on it.
Let's not I like a tragic story, but don't keep piling it on.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's just have the foundation be tragic and build from there.
Yeah.
Okay. Instead of just tragic.
Tragic.
We're almost at the bottom.
We're almost at the bottom here.
You know.
Yeah, not joking.
But then as the game's going, like in Devil May Cry 4. Well, she was there. She didn't have a part in that.
Yeah, very, very, very tiny.
She was there. And then Devil May Cry 5, kind of the same deal. But I did watch the anime, which is why I have more grounds to stand on this one, alright?
Okay, yeah.
I'm going there.
I
was getting there. I know.
Yeah. You might have been.
I know you're probably sitting there like, you're really going off the games for a lady? No, motherfucker. I watched the anime. I got more.
I too also watched the anime. That was a good anime.
Yeah, and she shows some remarkable badassery even in the anime.
She does, yes.
I mean, granted, in 5, 4, and we see her there.
Yeah.
And then in 5, she's not doing a whole lot.
No, she's there.
But in the anime, however,
she has a whole different play.
Yeah, a whole different cadence. So, I enjoy every part of her. Her design, her badassery, which, honestly, the lady was almost switched out for Reba from Black Lagoon, because I just love a good badass woman.
Oh yeah, Reva's
Revy
is definitely an honorable mention.
Revy's definitely in there.
She's definitely honorable mention on my list.
Yeah, God, if we had to do a top 5 honorable mention, Revy, I'm sorry, baby. I know you would step on my throat in a heartbeat, but lady's got my heart on this one.
Fair enough.
And just her story. More importantly, they never played on anything to do with her being the daughter of an oracle or something.
Yeah.
Until the anime, they didn't play off anything about that except for in the anime. I'm like, you could have done something cool here.
You could have,
but you didn't,
because I guess their focus was somewhere else.
Which is, considering what was happening when she was around, yeah.
Yeah, 4 year focus more on Nero, and on 5 years still focused mainly on Nero.
And then in 3 it was focused on Dante and Virgil and their dynamic and
their whole love quarrel. Yeah.
Which brothers shouldn't fight.
Brothers should fight.
I mean, well, I can't fight mine. He's 10. I got 15, 16 years on him.
Just put on those little foam boxing gloves.
I do. I put on those Hulk gloves. I'm gonna crush his skull in.
It's probably fine.
Nah, probably. Anyway,
we were tougher as kids.
Bro, we ate concrete and came out fine.
They're fine. They toughen them up.
We're not here to talk about children. We're here to talk about the culture.
Okay, back to culture. Okay.
But yeah, that's my whole thing with Lady. Lady definitely is a badass woman. More importantly, bro, she have bazooka.
She have bazooka. And bazookas.
And I ain't talking about the bazooms. I'm talking about a legit fucking bazooka.
But she has the other ones too.
No, she does have 2 bazookas.
Double bazookas.
No, she does have.
I know.
Like in 5.
Like I know.
You find the second one.
I know.
It makes a fucking laser beam. You fire the laser with it. Holy shit! If Lady had a standalone game by herself, I would buy it twice.
I'd buy it twice.
Number 4, Brandon.
Okay, so number 3, the big ones, the big hitters. Number 3.
Oh, the big 3.
The big three.
Whew, now you wanna, much like my big three, they have never changed.
They have never changed.
Your big three has never changed
They've
either.
never changed.
So you're ironclad that these three.
Ever since I came to terms with waifu and knew what a waifu was, yeah, this has never changed.
So these have been the queens, the bronze, silver, and gold medals
exactly
of all of your fandom.
of all my fandoms.
Okay,
Yeah.
lay it on me. Lay on number 3.
Android 18 from
I fucking knew it.
yeah, she has to be.
You have 2 figurines in your cover.
Yeah. Android 18 for me, when she was first introduced, and again, I was because I love powerful women. She came in and she ran roughshod over literally everybody.
She broke Vegeta's arms.
She did. She broke a lot of things. Put the man into a wall. But yeah, just her
And Krillin's heart.
and Krillin's heart. But yeah, starting out as a complete badass, starting out as a complete just
Force of
force.
nature.
Yeah, literally a force of nature.
Because she's technically still human.
Technically, yes.
Which would... Can we give a mild correction here?
Cyborg.
18. I know.
Does not roll the tongue as well, though.
I know, but it you know how I feel about
I know
it.
how you feel
Between
about it.
time travel and that, you know how I feel.
I know how you feel, definitely. But for the show purposes, that is
Yeah.
canonically her name. Well, actually, her name's like
Lazuli.
Lapis Lazuli. Yeah,
No, it's,
Lazuli.
No, it's Lapis.
Yes, Lapis. It's one of those two. It's that plant. The thing they make blue. It's fine.
It's a jewel.
Was it a jewel? I thought it was a plant.
I think it's both.
It might be both. Who cares?
Fact check us in the comments.
Yeah. I'll probably fact check after this video. Regardless.
You'll put it up.
Somewhere I will. But yeah, so Force of Nature when she's first introduced, and then as that arc is going, you see how her worldview starts breaking down as 17 goes, and as 16 goes, and with Cell just kind of looming in the background. It's just that trying to keep 16 alive as long as she possibly could, while keeping herself alive, for that matter. So
damn, you just gonna knock her fucking brother 17 off the list here?
17 brought me on the show. I didn't care about him in the show, really, to be fair.
He's a park ranger.
He's a Power Ranger now.
Well, he wanted to be that originally.
He did. But yeah, okay, so yeah, all three of their dynamics together was fun in general. Just that whole scene where they did their whole trip to Goku's house originally.
Yeah.
They stopped at that fucking shop, the shop to get clothes. That was into that. That was a scene. That was fun.
I love the priorities.
Yeah, the writers were great. He's like, clothes.
We need new digs.
We need to digs first.
Vegeta blew off my favorite and only jacket.
And only jacket. Let's stop at clothes first, and then we'll go kill Goku. It's like priorities. I understand.
But we're driving there. We're not gonna fly. We're driving there.
I want to drive. But yeah, just that whole thing is interesting. This force of nature just. I care about my clothes. I want to look good after I'm killing somebody.
Then she steals Chi-Chi's clothes.
She still uses these clothes.
And a pearl necklace. You know how expensive those things are?
I don't give a when you're an android, you don't give a fuck.
I want to be an android now.
That's fair.
I want to live forever.
Yeah, but then again, losing 17 and then trying not to lose 16 in that same instance.
Yeah.
And just with the looming threat of, will Krillin take me out or not? Will he end this here?
To be fair, Krillin had one job.
One job.
All he had to do was press a button.
I understand why he didn't press the button.
You understand that? No, honestly, I don't.
I would.
I do not. If you knew the fate of the world was at stake and you chose pussy over the world, you just proved that Cat Williams that pussy overrides everything.
It does though.
It literally in Krillin's case.
It did really. So on a semi level, I understand, but I also don't understand because you could have ended it. You could have just turned it back on. I don't know.
They could have rebuilt her.
There's Dragon Balls.
She's technically half human, so it's not out of the dragon's power.
No, it's not.
Especially when Dende made the dragon.
Especially since they made the dragon.
You get 3 whopping wishes.
Yeah, and they see where she's come since coming back to life and having her basically a whole. I say come back to life because she was eaten by Cell. So I imagine,
but not digested, oddly enough.
Oddly enough, so I would say it's in a purgatory state almost. So
Let's say stasis.
Stasis. So not dead, but dead at the same time.
More like a biological battery, if you
Yeah.
think about it, for Cell.
Yeah. So after her wake up and having that wish on the bomb taken out, which I feel like still is a waste of a wish.
Yeah, Bulma could have done that.
Exactly.
That's what we have a Bulma for.
That's why we have a Bulma.
The dragon can't do it, we call Bulma.
Exactly.
Do you not know how this works?
Exactly.
You can't call Chi-Chi. Unless you want dinner. She's a beautiful lady that lives in Goku's house.
That's basically
That's her entire role for Dragon Ball Z and Super.
As far as that one goes. But even... Because 18 could have been that. She could have been the Chi-Chi role. But she wasn't, thankfully enough.
Oh, no, thankfully enough. Thank you, Toyotaro.
Yeah, they made her into... Even in GT, she did stuff in GT, even when... I forget... Was it Shadow Dragon arc when she was doing stuff? Or no, 17. Super 17 was around. That's when she was doing something. Even then...
I'm going to be honest with you. Like, as a kid, I thought her and 17 were together, not brother and sister.
Yeah,
GT led that differently. Like, during the whole Super 17 thing.
Yeah.
Kind of led there was more going on than brother-sister.
Yeah. But thankfully, she was brother-sister. So we're
thankfully, I had analyzed that till I was an adult. As a kid, I just enjoyed it for what it was.
Exactly.
Grand Tour, baby.
Super to the Grand Tour. And again, I can't comment too much on what she's done in Super because I have not watched enough of Super to comment there.
She is in the Tournament of Power.
I do know that
so
part.
So she is a candidate, and she does do a lot.
So, yeah. So even strong, beautiful, powerful, and a dynamic character at her core.
And a good mom.
And a very good mom.
A hard working mom, too.
Very hard working.
She keeps Krillin on the straight and narrow. Advice from Aaron.
So I has to, yeah. And again, just as a kid, she stuck with me. I guess it's more also nostalgic as well, just because I watched Dragon Ball Z a ton, as you all know.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, considering all the games we played together over the years.
And who do I 9 times out of 10 default to?
18.
18, 9 times out of 10. And that's just
to spite me sometimes.
Sometimes a little bit. A little bit.
It's just because you like her.
I love her to death.
Okay.
She's great. Yeah.
That's number 3.
That's number 3.
I'm actually very eager to hear 2 and 1.
Okay.
My number 3.
Uh-huh.
Futaba from Persona 5.
Oh, okay, yeah. I see that.
I don't know why I couldn't remember her name to save my life.
You had an old person moment.
Yeah. But Futaba from Persona 5 is definitely the number 3. And I say that my number 3 hasn't changed in a long time because that was years ago when Persona 5 came out.
Came out in 2018, that's a couple years ago, yeah.
Yeah. So she booted out my old number 3, which I won't say who that is out of...
Respect?
Mostly, yeah.
You'll tell me out camera, though.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I mean, I can say it now. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm just...
Well, go ahead and say it. You let him along as it is.
Yeah, true. It was, It was Mai from Yu-Gi-Oh! My old number 3.
Fair enough. That's fair. That's pretty fair. Okay. Alright.
I loved her even when she was in a coma.
She spent a lot of that show in a coma. She did.
She did things at one point in time. But
she did do things at one point. Like most female characters in Yu-Gi-Oh! They did do things at one point.
It's just, shafted. But...
As creators go on record, they say they can't write female characters. I'm like, hey.
No, they really can't.
Like, how hard is it to write a female character, though?
Apparently, that's Toriyama. He forgot about half of his. I don't care how old you fucking get. You can't forget important characters like that. You show Bulma all the love in the world. Poor old Chi-Chi. Just like how they can never show my boy Vegeta enough love, but I can't say nothing now. In the recent manga, my boy Vegeta been getting a lot of love lately.
Getting a lot of love recently. But anyways, we're not talking about
that.
Futaba.
Now, once again, tragic story.
Yes.
But that's her foundation. It's a good, solid foundation.
Strong.
She's been royally screwed by life. Not just the people that killed her mom, which they didn't really dive in the whole cognitive science thing too much. Interesting little tidbit for later. Well, I mean, even in the game, they didn't go into who these people are.
They didn't. Give them the mystery.
Could have been interesting to have those people come in near the end of the game, but I'm getting too far ahead of myself. I liked her because I like a shy personality kind of girl.
Okay. But
I also like the aspect where she comes alive during certain things. Like, much like Futaba's character is like, she can't handle a lot of things because she's never had to experience anything.
Mm-hmm.
But you get her talking about something she's legitimately interested in. a whole new person comes out. And I enjoy that about her. It's not even about the looks, okay?
Yeah.
Listen, I know I've said some things on this channel, but it's just when it comes to my top 3, I analyze every aspect of it. These are the things.
Yeah.
It's nothing like that.
Of course.
I just enjoy her character, and I enjoy the journey you get to go on in the game to help her come more to terms with herself and stuff like that. Like, when she tells you she's going to high school, you legitimately feel happy that she's going to be social. When she's doing things by herself that she needs somebody to hold her hand, that's exciting to hear. And her weird UFO persona is fucking cool. And then it evolves into the sun. And she's always ready to give a good joke or two.
Yeah.
And she does not give 2 fucks about it.
And she's very smart.
Oh, yeah.
She's very smart.
And anybody that bullies Yusuke is funny. Yusuke doesn't deserve it. But it's just I feel like she knows how to get a reaction out of him the most, and that's why she bullies him the most.
They're a great pseudo brother-sister pair almost.
It really is. And she fits in that way too. But I love the fact that you get to have her as a romance option. And she's never done that kind of shit. So it's like a new experience for both of you.
Mm-hmm.
By both of you, I mean you, the player, and her.
Yeah.
Not saying I never had a girlfriend. I know how that sounded when I said that. But you know what I mean. It's just that you enjoy that experience. You know?
That statement's more for me.
Yeah. But I love everything about her character. Mm-hmm. There's nothing about her I don't love.
Yeah.
That and being a whiz kid. She's fucking intelligent as shit.
She really is.
So on top of strong woman, I do like an intelligent woman too.
Cause that program is no joke.
No.
That shit hard.
She hacked the president.
I look at that code and my brain spins. And I know how to do code.
And she does that in her sleep.
I know.
She'd be slumped and be fucking breaking into the White House. She'll steal the Declaration of Independence.
Is that where I was going? You know exactly where I was
going. I segued right into that because the door was wide open.
You know exactly where I was going with that too. It's like I was about to say something like that.
That's why I love her. That's in my top 3. Fuck you, Brandon.
Oh, Lord.
Alright, we're coming to the end game now. Brandon, what is your number 2?
I think this is a fairly simple one for you to guess.
Makoto?
Saber! Fate. Had to be Saber. Because...
Oh boy, more Fate lore.
Not going to Fate lore.
Oh, thank God.
Not going to Fate lore.
Oh, thank God.
It's Saber. One, again, because you know, I love medieval knights. I love the Arthurian legends. I love that shit. That shit is fun for me.
Yeah.
So when I found out who she was, that helped her a lot. And 2, I would not be into Fate as much if not for her.
You know she's a playable character in Melty Blood.
Yes, I do know that.
Okay.
Yes.
Just thought, I didn't know if you knew.
Yes.
I was just looking out for you.
I know. Trust me, I saw that. I considered buying that game immediately just for her.
I almost did, but as you know, I had.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yes. But again, there will be no Fate obsession. There will be no Fate for me without her. Because she started it.
Mm-hmm. Because
she's the first one you get introduced to when you first watch that show. Literally the first scene when you watch Fate Stay Night from 2006, I'm pretty sure that movie's from, is her meeting Shira for the first time.
Yeah.
That's the first scene. And again, because she's Arthur in the story, she's strong. She's a strong, capable warrior. And again, I love a very strong woman character.
With a weakness for food.
With a weakness.
A crippling weakness.
A crippling weakness. And it's so adorable to watch her do that.
I'm with you on this one.
That's just the most...
I'm not even going to debate you in the top 3. I'm not going to debate you at all. I'm with you all the way.
It's like, to watch somebody who is this commanding in a fight just be just a weakness just for food and burgers and shit it's cute as fuck. That's just adorable. It's her breaking out of her king nature to be a normal person, be a normal female. In Japan, for that matter. To be a normal female for the first time pretty much in her entire life. Because even being, in her time, being Arthur and being the promised king of victory, pulling that sword from the stone, ruling a kingdom, never truly having a childhood, being taught from very young to be a knight, to have no way
to be fair, is there anything else to do with that time period?
Besides...
To be fair,
I'm pretty sure Probably not, but even still, just being robbed of your childhood and forced into knighthood, which is a very difficult pact to
I'm sure
make.
Merlin didn't help.
No, he didn't help. He's the one who basically faltered this, basically. He made the sword and the stone challenge specifically for her. To pull that. He made it to where nobody could pull that stone but her. So he didn't help the situation. But he knew what was to come, so he let it happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, again, there will be no Fate session without her. And so when I'm thinking about my list, I have to put her on there for that alone. And again, she's beautiful. Strong. Everything about her is great. I literally can't talk enough about her, how just great she is as a character. More well-rounded characters in the entire series, in my personal opinion. So yeah, that's mine.
Okay. My number 2 is Bulma from Dragon Ball Z.
Okay.
Or the Dragon Ball series in general.
Fair enough.
And everybody and their mom has seen Dragon Ball. I don't really need to say much here, do I? I don't need to say much on this one.
You don't.
I don't. But I'm going to give some cliff notes. Just the entire journey from Dragon Ball to even Super. You see this character go from mischievous, oddly perverted, and you watch this character grow in both personality and as the ages go on. Now, granted, many people debate that, Bulma should have got with Goku. I respectfully disagree there. Like, I could see it, but I don't think it'll work.
No, it definitely would not work.
I mean, I know there's a lot of fans that are like, well, what if, Goku got married to Bulma, had Chaos Corp? Like, that's not how this works.
No.
Goku don't see shit like that.
No.
But
Goku sees food and fighting.
That's it. Vegeta's the only one with principles.
Exactly.
Oddly enough.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Goku's kept a marriage.
Right?
I know, right?
We're not here to talk about that, though.
No.
Listen, I could talk all day about, DBZ theories and shit.
Yeah.
I've done it before.
Yeah.
And I'll fucking do it again.
Might do an entire show about it one day.
You want to make one of these about him?
That's what I'm saying. Hey, one day. Not today.
We'll put a pin in that for now.
Yeah.
But when it comes to Bulma, I've always enjoyed her character, even as a kid. Like, yeah, there were some phases there I didn't really care for her much in the Frieza arc, per se.
She really didn't do much to Fraser arc, to be fair.
But she really came into her own during the Android and Cell Saga.
She fought a crab in Frieza's arc.
I'm aware of the fighting crab. And it was like a fight a giant crab.
I'll never forget that.
Yeah, but like Bulma's always been like a special color. Like I've also had a thing for like different colored hair women for some reason. I don't know why.
That's fair.
But she definitely squeezes like she hits all the right buttons. Beautiful, intelligent, strong-willed. Hell, she netted fucking Vegeta of all people.
Put him in.
And Vegeta don't listen to nobody but her.
It's very yeah.
So I'm just saying, when
his pride,
she ain't playing these games.
No, when a strong ass character like Vegeta's like, yes, ma'am.
Listen, when your pride can't even override your wife, you ain't winning, buddy.
No.
I'm just saying, Bulma has got to have something good going for her to nail somebody like Vegeta. Yes, I can hear some of you already listening. What about Yamcha? Fuck Yamcha.
What is Yamcha besides blow up those other men?
Yamcha was good in fucking Dragon Ball, and that was it. Nothing else happened.
They ain't spent on anything for him. We didn't help him out none.
Yeah, so much for Bandit King Yamcha.
I know, right? He should have went back to being a Bandit King, really, to be fair.
Well, he has a very, very promising baseball career right here.
Really?
That's a real canon thing. I'm not even...
No, like really? Is it really successful?
Well, I guess if you can use ki and have super strength and fly around, it does give you a bit of an advantage in the sports world.
I think that's a little bit cheating, don't you?
The sponsorships must be great, though.
I would imagine so. Anyways.
Especially when your batting average is 100. Anyway, but Bulma's always hit the right notes.
Yeah.
I mean, she can build anything. Hell, she built a fucking time machine. And I hate time travel, but she made one for multiverse purposes. That's why I give it a pass. She did it right. She applied the legit science, and hell yeah, that's a lot of points for me.
Right.
If you can somehow make time travel right, and you're basically cool with your son coming from a different universe to say hi, and then,
before you try to...
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't talk about that.
No, we don't want that.
To be fair, nobody knew. Except Piccolo. Best dad.
Piccolo Man's dead.
I'm dying on that hill.
I'll die with you, friend.
I mean, some will argue Vegeta, but I say Piccolo gets top tier.
At least Vegeta went to his child's birth. Or was going to.
Two.
Yeah.
He did it twice.
Right. At least it was there.
Hey, and plus, Bulma's a MILF. On top of all that. Smart, sexy, been through some shit, got possessed by a baby in GT, but nobody talks about that.
Nobody talks about that.
And she even built a damn machine to turn Vegeta into a monkey.
Into the monkey.
Into Big Monkey.
Big monkey.
Then did it again so he could achieve Super Saiyan 4. Vegeta. Nothing but 99.99% pride. Took help to get power from his own wife. Tell me Bulma ain't got it, man.
She's got
Tell
something.
me Bulma ain't the one.
She's got definitely something.
Unfortunately, she didn't make number one.
She didn't make number one.
She didn't make number one.
I'm pretty sure I know who your number one is.
I'm pretty sure anybody with anybody that knows me personally listening to this already knows who my number one is. Because I will go on and on about her. But it's not my turn for that.
No.
As unfortunate as Bulma did make the cut for number one.
No.
But we'll get back to that. Right now, Brandon,
Mm-hmm.
I got something to ask you.
Mm-hmm.
Who is Gold Star, Gold Medal, All-Star number one waifu?
The character that actually got the word waifu into my vocabulary.
Oh, yeah?
Urza.
Erza is your number one.
Urza's number
So
one.
my number 6 is your number one.
Exactly. Urza Scarlet. The person who literally brought the word waifu to my vocabulary.
Do you want to say the anime she's from too?
Fairy Tail.
Okay.
But you already did that earlier, so.
Well,
in part one.
in the last video.
If they were doing this right, they would have watched part one already.
But we just for those that are coming in now.
Exactly. But yeah, Fairy Tail. And again, I could gush all day about Fairy Tail in itself.
Oh no, this is your number one. The floor is yours, my friend. The floor is yours.
Fairy Tail, being the anime that it is, speaks to me a lot. Only for the connection it makes with everybody in that show.
I agree to that.
How everybody, when I'm watching Fairy Tail, I feel like I belong to something more. I feel like I am a Fairy Tail Guild member when I watch that show.
Yeah.
And watching Urza when she first shows up, literally carrying a giant monster tooth into the guild with one hand.
She's strong.
She's strong as shit.
Mm-hmm.
But being that as it may, she's also very vulnerable at certain stages. If you've watched, you know that the Tower of Heaven arc, she's very vulnerable in that arc.
Which I still firmly believe she has one eye.
She does have one eye.
Oh, she does?
She does.
Oh, okay.
Because she has the glass eye.
Well, I've had people tell me that's her real eye because of magic.
No, it's technically magic real. Technically. But it's a glass eye that can feel, can see, can bleed, and can cry. But it's not physically real. It's just...
I know, technicality. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's very...
I didn't mean to roll my eyes at that.
No, it's just a very fine-tuned thing. That's what it is. Yeah. And I get it. And I understand that.
Yeah.
But yeah, she did lose an eye as a kid from being in slavery.
Yeah, I saw that.
So, I know you know, but
I'm just
telling them that. But yeah. And watching the people around you suffer as much as they did because you're child slaves and can't do nothing about it, but knowing you could possibly do something about it. And then from getting out, then watching your former friend turn into something just downright evil. Well, basically mind control, technically, for splitting hairs.
I mean, we can get into technicalities of all that bullshit in that arc.
Yeah.
We're not here for that. We're here for the booba.
Yeah, but in that Tower of Heaven arc where we go into her character and find that out about her, she had one particular fight in that tower. It was in the Japanese setting area. I forget who the person she fault's name was.
It's been a minute, hasn't it?
It has been a minute.
It's been a minute for me too. I'm just now getting near the final season.
Yeah, but that person was going through, because Urza, for people who don't know, has her magic's re-equip magic. She has a plethora of armors and weapons she can just pull out.
So basically, think female Gilgamesh.
Basically, yeah. Just
that's what I said to you.
Yeah,
after a while.
and it's a very accurate statement.
Except she's a lot nicer than he is.
Very, Very. But yeah, she's pulling all her stuff one by one. The opponent is just taking them out one by one, just finger tap. No, stop. Just breaking down to her last armor, which basically is not really armor.
I wouldn't call that armor at all.
I think
there's nothing there.
I guess
She's not naked. It's just no armor to speak of.
It's basically tape.
You can't hear the air quotes, but I'm air quoting very hard on the armor word.
I'll have the picture up for there so they can see that. So,
You put the picture.
Because it's easier to go off that than to try to explain it.
Hey,
But
you and Google Images is gonna be having a fit with this one.
that happened for the one I put up today, by the way, as well. So.
Oh, okay. Well, I haven't watched it yet, so
Yeah, so
we're doing this now.
Just for you know. But yeah, watching that fight and watching her get down to that point to where, can I win? Can I actually get past this to save my friend? And then go into that armor.
The answer usually is yes in Fairy Tail.
Usually.
There have been times where that's not enough.
Exactly. There has been times. But making it through that, and I'm a sucker for a good, feel-good moment like that. Like, those moments to me are great. I love those. So just watching her overcome that and get through that, and then going to Jalal and trying to save his ass for that, but I still can...
I know how you feel about Jalal.
I don't care about Jalal one bit. But I digress.
I got that whole spiel when I bought the Fairy Tail game.
I digress on that. But watching her finally come to terms with, okay, maybe I shouldn't try to commit suicide to save an old friend and actually be happy with the friends that I have.
You just not got that lesson, Erza?
Sometimes tragedy hurts more than reality and sticks with you longer. I'm guessing.
I mean, tragedy typically happens while you're in reality, so...
Well, you know what I mean.
As one that suffers from tragedy.
Exactly. But watching her grow from that, and then literally try to stop a giant, laser beam from destroying the guild hall was a real...
Yeah, well, little to no fucking armor on. How are you gonna stop a fucking...
No, that armor was... That was her adamantium armor, and it was a lot of armor. A giant fucking shield that she put up to block that shit.
And did she almost die from trying to block that shit?
Yeah, but it shows her loyalty to her family to protect it. She's willing to sacrifice herself to save her friends.
I think Vin Diesel would be very happy in Fairy Tail.
He would be. He would.
There's no limit. He won't... And technically, he is magic. He drove a car in space.
Let's not talk about Vin Diesel in space.
The Fast and Furious is with the space.
Let's not talk about that. Let's not do that.
I'm just saying, he'd be at home in Fairy Tail.
He would be.
I think he'd be the greatest fucking wizard in Fairy Tail, to be honest with you.
He might be.
He's a tree man.
Definitely a tree man. But yeah, and just on top of her being a very strong and loyal character to her friends and her family is great. The fact that she is also very, very beautiful.
I will definitely give you that.
I will...
You can die on that hill, my friend.
Die on that fucking
I'll bury myself next to you.
Everything. And just to know that she's so hyper aware of her own sexuality in that show, she knows how good she is and plays off of it in some parts.
Yeah, even that one girl, I forget her name, the one that used to be mean and violent and shit, and now it's all bubbly and sunny. I forget her name. She works at the bar.
Mir Jane.
There you go. Yeah.
But...
And her weird Satan magic.
Her take it for magic.
Huh?
Take it for magic.
Oh, right. I call it Satan magic because she only has that one form.
Satan soul, yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah, there's all of that put together. It's a very solid, tragic backstory ground foundation. It's not too much. It's not too deep. It's solid.
I feel like you gotta have a tragic backstory to kind of build your character better.
You have to. You have to have some kind of over...
That's kind of what One Piece does. They always do it later, or right before something big happens.
Because you have to have that to overcome something, to grow as a character.
Or sometimes it happens during an arc.
Right. But, again, overall, I can't help but love her. Everything about her just is great.
Yeah.
I don't know how to end most of these, but yeah, that's just... She's number one. That's the gold star.
The past 10 minutes gushing.
That's literally the gold star. Again...
So that's the gold standard.
That's my gold standard. I would not have...
That's the standard you set for anybody to be even considered for the top 10. They have to be a percentage of Urza for you even to consider them for the list.
Exactly. And I fought myself over whether Urza or Saber at the number 1 slot. That's how close I feel like those two are for me personally.
I mean, they kind of had the same keynotes.
They really
Seeing
do.
that I've actually watched both those shows respectively.
They do, and I literally fought myself like. But in the end, Urza did bring waifu to my vocabulary, so I have to give her that.
She's the first one.
She's the first one. When you don't know what waifu is, and then you find like, hey, that's a waifu.
I can see myself being with that person.
Yeah.
And I look for those personality types in my own personal relationships in life.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of it.
Yep.
So now I finally nailed your taste in women down.
Yeah. Strong,
so
powerful
you
women.
need a strong woman with pointy things.
Yes.
And armor. Full body armor.
Yeah.
Ladies, if you can provide any of those things, follow me on Twitter at GodDuty or follow the Omni Gaming Twitter feed and DM me, and I will give you Brandon's deets.
I love that. I love that the entire end game for this entire thing was that.
Yes, it was. I played the long con for this one.
You really did. Give you a head pass for that one. Give you a head pass for that.
All right.
Okay.
My number 1.
Okay.
The cream of the crop.
The cream of the crop.
Oh yeah, go ahead and put it in the Macho Man clip if you want to. The cream of the crop. The fucking best of the best. My number 1 waifu. Anybody with half a brain that knows we could have guessed this one. It's a no fucking brainer. It is Hinata Hyuga from Naruto.
Yep.
That was a no-brainer. That has been my number 1 gold standard for damn near over a decade. That ain't changed. I have never negotiated that number 1 spot for her.
Right.
Never. I have watched this character from Naruto all the way to Boruto. I know what I said, okay?
Mm-hmm.
It gets good later.
Right.
The first 20 episodes are hard.
Okay. Like you are for her.
For Boruto.
Yeah.
Nada.
Yeah.
She's a great character.
Yeah.
Now, granted, she doesn't have a tragic backstory per se, as much as I love a tragic backstory.
Mm-hmm.
Her backstory is more... She was raised extremely privileged, but her expectations were always higher for her because of that.
Mm-hmm.
So the Hyuga family in Naruto has 2 branches, the main branch and the other one.
Mm-hmm.
The other one has an official name, but it's been so long for that kind of filler, I've kind of blocked it out.
Right.
And plus a bunch of, as much as other shit has happened in Naruto, I've had to cram that in here.
Exactly.
So, excuse me if I missed a couple of things. But I loved her before she got grown up, because, I grew up with Naruto, because when Dragon Ball Z ended and it wasn't on TV anymore, Naruto just conveniently slipped in that slot. And after a couple episodes, I was like, fuck yeah, I believe it.
Believe it!
I hate myself immediately for making that joke. And I loved her from first glance. I was attracted to her design. Her design is what got me the fucking most.
Right.
Like, I loved her eyes, which wasn't really explained till later what that was.
Mm-hmm.
Because, anime, I don't question a lot of things when it comes to anime.
Just kind of watch and enjoy.
Pretty much. And that's how I was at the time. I was like, if it's anime, I'm watching it. I don't care what it was.
Right.
Hell, I even watched Inuyasha.
Still a pretty good show. With the soldier glasses on, still a pretty good show.
Yeah, Rose Colored Glasses, yeah. It's a good show. If you ask me to watch it now, I'm going to say hell no.
I might still watch it, actually.
I'll watch it with you. Anyway. But I watched her grow up. And she's one of those things you watch her go through trial after trial and not really. She's a very kind soul. Like, extremely kind. Mm-hmm. Almost too damn pure for my sake. And I was waiting for the veil to crack. Mm-hmm. See if there's like a hidden dark side or anything. That never happened.
Right.
She is truly a pure character, which blew my mind. Because almost everybody in that whole series has another side of them. She does not, in fact, have that. What I wish for, she was always shy. Mm-hmm. That was kind of to her favor and to her detriment for a while for me. Mm-hmm. But the whole will they won't they thing with Naruto kind of bullshit. I was just like, will you just say hi to him? Anything. And then in Shippuden, when they do a bunch of filler backstories and shit that are semi-canonical, and I say semi because some of them don't make any fucking sense, like Brock Lee's ramen episode, has nothing to do with anything. But even like when Naruto was being bullied because the nine-tailed fox being son, the village ostracized him. Which once again, why would you bully the kid that has a giant demon inside of him in your village? And also, third Hokage, Mister, I'm gonna take care of your son. Bullshit! You shoved him in a fucking rundown home and gave him like money for ramen, and that's it. Man, Minato should have slapped your shit for that one.
Should have came down from the afterlife and smacked your shit.
Especially Kushina. His mom.
Right.
Anyway. We're not talking about that. But her character development was somewhat shaky because she was always very kind and nice. Almost too nice to be a ninja, mind you.
Right.
And granted, it wasn't until Neji gets introduced that you find out, how the two families go. Neji was treated like a fucking outcast. Literally has a curse mark on his forehead that will cause his brain to fucking melt at any moment somebody from the main family decides it. It can be anybody. You can be having a petty argument about burgers or pizza.
Oh, so that's what that was.
You don't agree? Guess what? Boop, brain melt jutsu, bitch.
Oh, so that's what that was.
Yeah.
I vaguely remember Neji. Vaguely.
Well, we're going to get to this. He has a part to play in all this.
Kind of figured he might.
Yeah. So, and Neji was the one that was training with Hinata growing up. That's why they were close.
Yeah.
So anytime Neji would go too far, old main branch dad would be like, don't you hit her that hard. Remember what I can do to your brain? Watch yourself.
Watch yourself, boy.
That's pretty much what it sounds like in my head too. If it was up to me to abridge it, I would make them sound like that.
So watch it, boy.
Exactly. So it wasn't until later she has more character development in the tuning exams. We're not even when she grows up a little bit. We're still in Naruto.
Mm-hmm.
So the tuning exams happen. She goes up against Neji, and this is where all the backstory comes in. And this is the only time Neji gets to let out some pent-up aggression against the main family because it's under very strict rules. There's no outside influence allowed. So a lot of pent-up aggression gets out. But she doesn't believe in herself because she's always been pampered and taken care of. Kind of like basically the true definition of the protected cinnamon roll.
Right.
And it wasn't until this happens where there's no one around to stop Neji or, God forbid, stop whatever's going on. She holds her own for a little bit, but not for long. Neji is more hardened and
had to work for it more.
He's had to work for it. He wasn't given the privilege she has. He's had to work and scrape by with everything. Granted, they use the same techniques and the same attacks.
Yeah.
His is just more refined because he's had to work harder at it.
Yeah.
So, right when he's basically more or less crushing your fucking lungs in. And by the way, their martial arts is like gentle fists, which blocks chakra points. So, you hit those, not only do they hurt like hell, you can't use jutsu.
Oof.
It's like kind of like a temporary seal on everything. But every pressure point is kind of important. There's 364 points in the human body that produce chakra. And they can hit every single one with the Byakugan. Their eye technique.
Yeah. Byakugan!
Which allows them to see a full 360 degrees around them.
That's gotta be just
disorienting.
Yeah, disorienting.
It kind of is, but you learn later in the Sasuke retrieval arc that there is a blind spot in the Byakugan, a very, very thin blind spot at the back of the head. It covers more or less, like, I would say 358 degrees, more or less.
Yeah.
It's a very, very small window, blind spot. It's not a perfect thing, but,
Yeah.
And later on, there's other filler arcs with Hinata that, she comes to her own during the tuning exams.
Right.
Like, with some words of encouragement from Naruto, because she believes that Naruto doesn't even know she exists. But she's always been there, even when they were kids. Because in some other filler that happened in Shippuden, it turns out that Naruto actually helped her out when they were real little. Because she ran away from home a few times because she couldn't handle the pressures of being, pampered and being the head of the family. Or the clan, my bad.
Yeah. Well, same difference, really.
I'm just trying to keep my facts straight here.
Yeah,
there's a lot. Fine. But yeah, eventually stuff happens. Then we get the time skip ahead to Shippuden. Not much has changed. I mean, she's definitely grown up in Shippuden. I ain't gonna lie there. You know what I mean.
Know what you mean.
But it wasn't until the Pain arc in Shippuden, which is a bit ways into it, where she finally says the thing that we all wanted her to say to Naruto. I love you. As soon as I heard that, I was like, I wish it were me you said that too, but damn it, this has been a long time coming.
Naruto, I'm vicariously living through you, boy.
I hope so, man. Oh, fuck, Shadow Clone Jutsu hits different. I've seen the memes, I know. Anyway, but yes. She finally admits it. And then, for some reason, at that moment, Naruto realized, oh shit, this person's been down for me this whole fucking time. When everybody else hated me, she was always there for me. And I'm like, 16 years took you to realize that. It took her getting stabbed by pain in the heart for you to realize that, and going berserk, turning into a Nine Tails with 6 tails, for you to realize that, buddy. I love you, but you're not the sharpest knife in the box.
Not the sharpest crayon in the crayon box.
Exactly. But, and she even comes to her own in the final arc of Shippuden, where unfortunately Neji does die.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that does happen, but it's a sacrifice not in vain, because it was either him or her, and I'm gonna be a little bit selfish and just, yeah, sorry, you got to go, buddy. You got to protect the cinnamon bun.
You're getting in that hole right now.
But she does come into her own. She does fight pain relatively well before that happens, and then in the final arc during the Fourth Great Shinobi War, Naruto acknowledges her feelings and basically power couple time.
Power couple.
And then in the final Naruto movie, Naruto: The Last Mission, Naruto breaks the moon in half for Hinata. I have no other way to describe it than that. Like, she's about to get married off to some weird moon-eyed fucking cult, and this is all canon by. This is the final chapter in the manga. This has all happened. Get married off. Naruto was like, "Fuck that. That my girl. I'll fight you on the moon."
Oh, break your damn moon.
And he did. He broke the moon. The moon. Yeah. And even in Boruto, she's a great mother. She has raised one wonderful kid. Boruto's an acquired taste. He's too much like his father in many ways. Arrogant and full of himself.
Ain't that all protagonists, though?
No, Naruto's still in the show, but he's not nearly like he used to. He grew up. And I understand Boruto's a child, okay? But here's the thing that's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Even through all this, Naruto and Kurama, the Nine-Tailed Fox, they are both respectively afraid of Hinata when she's mad. This man fought fucking Monoro Uchiha, the big bad, fought the god of all shinobi, Kaguya, I almost forgot her name, that invented chakra for jutsus. More afraid of his wife than a god.
You know what they're all saying, right? Hell hath no fear like a woman scorned.
Considering how nice and gentle and polite Hinata is, I believe it. And it came out a few times in a few filler episodes. And it also comes out in the manga. But she is not one to be fucked with. Like when Boruto was caught cheating during the Chunin exams, she's the one that busted him, not Naruto. She went and told Naruto he's using tools. We raised him better than this.
Teach him a lesson.
And you know what Naruto does? Disqualifies him, takes his headband. You're not a ninja in this village anymore.
You don't.
Well, he didn't say that. He basically just took his headband and said, "You're disqualified.
You're not
You're not
ready to be this
back
kid.
to the academy."
Back to the academy, you kid.
Yeah, that is Hinata Hyuga. My number one waifu has never changed, and hopefully nothing happens to her in Boruto. And if something does, I'm gonna be inconsolable for a few days.
Understandable. I get that.
But yeah, that was holy shit, we've been going for an hour.
I'm probably gonna watch some Fairy Tail tonight.
I'll probably watch some Boruto tonight. Gotta go where the number one goes, right?
Gotta go.
Anyway, thank you guys if you made it this far into the video. We appreciate all of your eyeballs and time.
Here's a quick photo cap of all the numbers, and here you go. I just think
in case you fell asleep during our ramblings.
this is the quick one. There you go.
There you go. And, well, unfortunately, we got to get out of here.
We got to.
We would love to stay and chat more, but let us know what your waifus are. Let us know yours.
Yeah.
Do you agree with our choices? Even if you don't, oh, well, I'm sticking to my guns.
It is all subjective, and you can just eat a dick.
Yeah, exactly. But still tell us your waifus. We're interested to hear other inputs. Who knows? You might even turn us on to some good animes that we never heard of. Quite possible.
I don't think I need any more on my list right now. I am back.
Want to do a top 20?
Let's not do that.
This is not, we'll do another top. We'll do another top 10 at some other point. A different subject.
Different subject. Probably still anime, but different subject.
Yeah. But guys, we got to get out of here.
Might revisit this in the next 2 years and see if things changed.
We'll revisit it at some point.
At some point.
But everybody, we're going to get out of here. So remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit the little bell notification, stay updated with all of our content. Let us know your top 10 waifus in the comments below if you like.
We said that 3 times already.
I know. I want to get that point across.
Yeah.
I like reading comments sometimes.
When there's comments to read,
Yes. But follow me on Twitter, @GuyDuty. Also follow the Twitter of Ami Gaming. Follow the Twitch channel, Ami Gaming YT. And, Brandon, any final thoughts before we get out of here?
I love waifus.
I do too.
They're great.
Make the world go around.
They really do.
Maybe we should start talking to real girl. Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, that's too much work. At least they understand us without having to give us shit.
We have 2 totally different experiences there.
Probably.
But mine are mostly terrible.
Probably.
That's why I just warn you ahead of time of things. But anyway,
We've rambled enough.
we've rambled enough.
We're out of here, bitches.
Podcast.